Hi, my name is Gerhard-Gschwandtner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Paul de Souza. He is the author of a wonderful new book called The Market Has Changed. Have you? Welcome, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you. So good to be here.
What prompted you to write this book?
Well, a couple things. One is I had a few people who know me really say, Paul, you've got so much information, write a book. And the easy way out was for me to write a blog. But I did write the blog. I had been writing for a while. And I wrote a series, which was titled last October, which was titled 25 Tips to Selling in a Recession. And that took my blog from a little Vanity Fair to a global phenomenon. I had people coming in from all over the world. And in fact, right now, if you go to Google and just type in selling in a recession, my blog shows up, right on like first, second, or third. And so when that started happening, I said, maybe there's a book here. And I wrote the book.
Tell me about your philosophy that's in the book.
Good. Well, 20 years, the last 20 years, I've been studying human awareness, just for myself, just with my personal interest. And I went through different backgrounds from Christian mysticism, practical psychology, Eastern philosophy, if you would. And all along the process, I was making sales. I'm a salesman, right? And in that process, I came up with strategies. I came up with a logic, and I put it together. And I called it wha-dho, a Japanese word, which means the way of harmony. And the philosophy has a body of knowledge that I've created for individuals to shift so they can move to places of power in their life. And then I've got 5 principles that are designed for organizations that help them change. So totally there are 9 steps which I could work through based on the audience and who's looking at it. And really it's a conversation of power. And wha-dho means, again, way of harmony in Japanese. And I've got a lot of very practical Eastern philosophies and practical psychology. I really married those two to help people be real. And that's the core. It's about reality.
But you started out with awareness and then you switched over to harmony. In what way is awareness responsible for the way we deal with life?
Oh, awareness is everything, right? So unless we are aware, we cannot take appropriate action. When I suggest people shift and do something different, it starts with noticing. Notice what's going on, observe the details, then design powerful action, then you can practice it and then perform it if you would.
Are you saying people who are not well aware of what's going on around them
cannot address the problem? If you're not aware of the real details of the problem, most people are aware of the consequences of a problem or the lack of knowing something.
The outcome.
The outcome. But if you're not aware of what causes the problems, you cannot take appropriate action to solve it.
Are you saying that awareness is the new bottom line?
I really believe so. I really believe so. And definitely at a personal level. And corporations are made out of people. Transactions are always conducted between people. And awareness is critical. I'm helping a company right now just be aware of what her customer is telling her. She's the founder of a company. Just be aware. Listen to what they're saying. And then you can design appropriate action.
Step number 1 in your book is, what do you want to accomplish?
Yeah.
Are you also saying that people lose sight of their goals?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why is that?
I don't know, but I notice it. And I believe the short answer could be is they get so caught up in the process, in doing things the way they did before, especially when times get tough like now. I notice that people do more of what they did before and they assume it's going to work.
So how do I do a successful reboot and reconnect with myself and reconnect with my goals?
That's the strategy. And my invitation is, let's start with the people first. You might have had to drop the 10-15% of the company because revenues have fallen. The new roles and responsibilities people need to have. Your customers may not be there today. Start with the people. See who you have on deck. See what your personal resources are. And then really observe what is the space of possibility. Please don't think doing more of what you did last year is going to work this year. And I would say, try to identify what is the true space of possibility with your new offer, if you have a new offer, or the redesigned offer from last year. Mm-hmm. I think that's critical. Now, where that might go, I can help companies with that, but my invitation is, or my assessment is, be careful. It may be very different to what you thought was working last year and what will work now.
Thank you, Paul. We're going to continue our conversation with Paul de Souza tomorrow, where we talk about how sales managers can use his principles to create greater success for their salespeople.